Hello students and welcome back. We're thinking fairy lights again and hopefully you're keen to do some more investigating. I know I certainly am. Guys, we've discovered a lot so far, haven't we? We've worked out how we can connect up our battery and our wires so that the light glows. We've worked out how to, what materials we need to use to allow the electrons to flow, which are conductors, in other words, and which are not, things we call insulators that don't conduct electricity. Now, we've also recently looked at switches and how useful they can be. So as you're thinking about your own design, you might like to consider using a form of switch to switch on and off the flow of electricity. But here's my next challenge. I've borrowed, as you can see, some fairy lights here from Mr. Burns. Thanks, Mr. Burns. I love these ones because they're different colours. Okay, they're a little bit more interesting than my just boring plain ones. And I've had a look at how they've been connected up. Okay, so let's have a look. I'm going to stand back here a little bit so you can see more clearly. All right, so you can't obviously see where they plug in down the bottom there, but they do create a nice simple circuit. Okay, all of these globes are just strung along together in one line. Okay, and the electricity is obviously just flowing through the wires, through the globes, and it keeps going all the way back again. So we've got a nice kind of circular circuit shape here. Very simple, all right? But obviously there's lots more globes. And guys, this is where I've been thinking there's a little bit of a problem because, and I know this from my experience with fairy lights, that if one of the fairy lights in this string does happen to get broken or it gets lost or damaged, then it's going to affect our circuit. And you can probably predict already what's going to happen here. So if I take my green globe here, all right, I'm going to just remove it out of the circuit. If I can get my fingernail in there. There we go. Okay, so one little globe taken out of that circuit will actually turn the whole string of lights off. And that's a bit of a problem, isn't it? Because if we have one globe that gets broken, what's going to happen to the rest of them? Well, I think you know the answer to that rhetorical question. Guys, your investigation today is going to be about this. Okay, there must be a way in which we can connect up many light globes, and if one of them goes down, we know that they're not all going to go off, because that's a bit of a shame when that happens. Okay, so what I want you guys to think about carefully is how is there another way that you can connect a string of lights together where if one just gets damaged, the rest of them can still work. That's the investigation. That's what I want you to think about now. How could you do that? Come up with an idea, a hypothesis, and then you're going to test it with your team and see if you come up with something. Okay, best of luck, and let's learn something new today. Fantastic.